So here's what we're going to do. We're going to reset Farmer Edith to here. That's where she goes. We are going to have 4 dice in this game. We're going to roll these dice into our dice tray. And then what I'm going to do is put these out in groups. So we have a 2 that's going to go on plant and water. We have a 3 that is going on shed time. And we have 2 6s going on compost and goods. And that already makes me angry. Because I'm gonna end up losing a bonus action because of that. But that's okay. So, in the first round, I am the first player. I will choose a die. Then Farmer Edith will get a die. Then I will get a die again. Then Farmer Edith will get a die. And again, this is kind of based on a system. So the first die that the first player takes is their choice. As me, I get a choice. Then Farmer Edith will always take the die that is closest to this square, the square that she's currently on, but not, like, if she's over here, it's still this square. This has a golden push pin in it. So whichever die is the next in line after this one is the one that Farmer Edith will take on her turn in her first choice. Including if it's on this thing here. Then, whoever is the first player, when they go to take their second die, they must choose the next available die in clockwise direction from the Farmer Edith pawn. So let's say in my first action here, I chose the compost and goods. Well, Farmer Edith is going to take the plant and water. That means on my next turn, I am forced to take the shed time at die, and Farmer Edith is left with this die here. Now, when we reverse that and Farmer Edith is first in the even rounds, Farmer Edith will take the plant and water die. I can choose any die that I want. So let's say I take the 6. Farmer Edith then is forced to take the die that is closest to Farmer Edith, which is what she would normally do. Would take the 3, and then I would be left with the 6 again. That's how the die selection works in the game for the solo mode. So this is what we have. I choose first. The best thing to do really off the bat, in my opinion, is to plant a bunch. Especially since in this game, Farmer Edith is going to start to cross off a lot of my stuff. That's the difference between, that's going to be the big difference between this game and the regular game, is that Farmer Edith is basically, I'm thinking of Farmer Edith like the goose from Untitled Goose Game, and just coming into my garden and wrecking my stuff. This might as well just be a goose instead of a farmer. Because every time I look away for a quick second, she's coming in there and wrecking something, and I can't get it back. Goose. So basically think of it if you're playing Untitled Goose Game and you're trying to wreck stuff from the farmer. That's what you're doing here. You're wrecking my stuff, and I don't like it. I know it's checking something off your checklist, but it's not nice. Need more Goose Game in my life. Honk. Nice, Nayabari. I love it. Okay. So with all that decided, like, I could go for the shed time and start to do my fancy labels, which I really would like to do. I want to read something here. Okay, shed time. Farmer Edith crosses off one shed item. The shed item she chooses is based on an icon of the action space and the value of the die. She never crosses off a shed item that you've already completed. If you have already completed the chosen shed item, she passes instead. Okay, so it says if you completed it. But if you, like, if I take 2 turns here to do the fancy labels, and then she crosses that off, is that just done? And I live lost, like, that's scary to me. I don't really like that. So this is on the shears in the 3. So that means she's going to take out the shovel. And honestly, I'm okay with her taking out the shovel, if that happens. Game Jedi says, LOL, imagine some bitter farmer all upset that your garden is doing better than hers. Some rural revenge is going, yeah, right? Like, oh, no. You can't have, Sonny, you cannot have a garden better than me. I'm going to wreck your shed. I'm going to probably start using the word shed in Bonzinator's chat in place of that and see how long that I can carry that on for. Because honestly, we've got a couple people here who are regulars in Bonzinator's chat. And Bonzinator is a great streamer as well, who does a lot of video game content, but is a board gamer. And I think that at least that'll be funny for me. All right, so I'm gonna take this too. I think that's the best thing to do here. And I get to plant twice. Oh, I can't water anything yet. That was shitty. I've never seen that one before, Bonds. Is that new? Oh, that's your tier 3 emote? Has that always been your tier 3 emote? I like it. That's nice. That's so cute. Your Kaipo emotes are adorable. I'm going to plant twice because it doesn't make sense to plant once and then water once for only 2 things. And I have to do that in the 2 section. Honestly, I would have rather have done this in an area where I could have probably saved more pumpkins, because in the 2 area, there's only 1 pumpkin. I think it has. I just must have never noticed it. I do apologize for that. But yeah, I really like that. Also with like tier 3, I mean, Bonds, as you know, not many people, if any ever, use tier 3 subscriptions. So tier 3 emotes rarely get used outside of the streamer using them. Like for me, my tier 3 emote is my angry one. I believe, right? Yeah, that's my tier 3 emote. And like obviously I don't have anybody subscribing to tier 3. I don't expect anybody to subscribe for tier 3. But most streamers don't have people who are subscribing to tier 3 or even subscribing to tier 2 often. But we have to put we put something there as a streamer. Like my tier 2 emote is the Penguin Cry emote. So that one as well. Those are my tier 2 emotes. My tier 1 emotes are these 5, which anybody who's subscribed has access to those. And then my bit emotes are based off of, I think it's this one, this one, this one, this one, in that order. So the heart is for 1K, yep, GG is for 5K, the face palm is for 10K, and the laugh one is for 25K, which nobody has unlocked yet. So again, that's basically a streamer only emote as well. But yeah, like Bonds, you know, because you do this as well, and I think you probably have unlocked more spots than I have. Well, I won't say I think. I'm sure you have unlocked more spots with the bit stuff. Only for now, yeah. Well, that's the hope, right? But I don't expect that. But I'm actually really happy with my emotes. I purchased 4 more. I don't honestly actually have them to show you right now. But I purchased more from the artist because they were having a sale, and I know that I will want them at some point. And so hopefully down the line, when I unlock more spots, I can just slot them in, and I have them. Versus once I get the slots, then trying to go find something to fill the slot. So I've got even more to fill slots when we get to that. I wish they gave us more, as affiliates, I wish they gave us more to work with than just the 5 for tier 1, but that's Twitch for you. Just so I says, only for now, you're both grow. Thank you so much, Jassar. I appreciate that, and I hope that's the case. I mean, obviously, Bonds has a wonderful head start on me, and I think that she's doing great. But hopefully someday I can meet to the level that Bonds is at. Bonds says, "I love them. My favorite is the train." Yes. So when I went to the artist the last time, I wanted a cry, I wanted a laugh, I wanted a raid, and I wanted the train emote. And when she first worked on it, she made the penguin a conductor, and the penguin conductor looked very, very cute. But I was like, I kind of wanted it to be something that people could put the hype emote or the raid emote in front of, and then put the train emote and be like hype train or raid train. And then she came back with that design, and I was like, perfect, because I kind of had the idea of like the penguin in like a Thomas the Tank style emote. But if you know anything about Thomas the Tank Engine, you know that it kind of borders from cute to creepy. And I didn't want it to look creepy, and she made it look so good. Like I agree, Bonds. It's one of my favorites. And it turned out really, really, really good. And yeah, it reminds you of Thomas the Train, but it's cute, and that was the key. We had to make sure it wasn't creepy, and that was my fear if I was going to make it train. So I'm really, really happy how it turned out, and she did such an amazing, amazing job. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to plant 4 items in our 2 area. So the first thing we're going to do is plant our pumpkin. Ooh, this is going to not work great on the map. I probably shouldn't use the X, because the X is going to be for her. I need to use something. I'll do a circle. Okay. I might need to put... What can I put under this? Don't like that I'm going to have to do this. But for now, I'll do that, just so I can write better. Alright. So this table is really creaky tonight. I don't like that at all. Alright, we'll just fill it in, I guess. We fill it in. Creep train. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want any creep trains around here. So we're planting 1, and then these don't matter where we do them, as long as we plant them. So we're going to plant 1, 2, and 3. So that's our 4 planting actions for this turn. Now, Farmer Edith is going to take a turn. And again, Farmer Edith takes her first die. She always chooses the die that is closest to the fruit or apple space with the fruit or apiary space with the golden pitch point, which is right here. So she is going to take the number 3 on shed time. When she takes the shed time, first off, she's going to come over here to the number 3 area, which I hate. And she will cross off 1 crop in the garden zone, indicated by the value of the die. So only 1 crop, which is nice. So the first thing she's going to do is cross off my tallest pumpkin in that area, which is this one right here. So she's just going to cross that out, and I guess we can't use it anymore, which really hurts me because I can't get this iris bonus action anymore, because when you complete the pumpkin on either side of that, you get the iris. Of Dice and Men, I'm off to stream some Root. Game looks great. I'll definitely check out the Kickstarter on Tuesday. Thanks for streaming. Of Dice and Men, thank you so much. Yes, everybody can check out the Kickstarter page that will be launching on Tuesday at that link. I will also give a quick shout out to our good friend of Dice and Men right there. If you guys would like to also go and watch their stream, they will be starting soon. You can click on that. Let me go ahead and shout out a couple of other wonderful friends here while I'm at it. Actually, Jedi, if you're here, do you want to do that for me? It takes a little bit of time because you have to watch the cooldown. But if you want to go ahead and shout out our friend streamers like Bonds, Mei-chan, Panic, and Nyobari. I don't know if anybody else here was a streamer. But yeah, please, if you're still here, if you're not here, that's okay. I'll get around to it. But that would save me a little bit of time, and I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so she crossed out our pumpkin, which I hate her for it, and we want to destroy Farmer Edith with everything that we own. So now it's my turn again, and I am forced to take the die that is next available from the Farmer Edith token, which in this case it doesn't matter. It's 2 6s, and they're both on that square. Thank you, Jedi. So I will get to do a gardening action in the 6, and then I can get either 1 compost or 4 goods, and I will be getting 4 goods. So in my review copy, I'm actually supposed to have 1. Man, I really wish this table wasn't so squeaky right now. This is supposed to be checked as 1. This is not supposed to be checked. That was a misprint error on the review copy. Oh, Dutch is here? I didn't see Dutch, but if Dutch is here, first off, if Dutch is here, hello, Dutch. I'm sorry I missed you, and thank you, Jedi, for seeing that. Yes, Jedi, you're awesome. I so appreciate you. So I'm going to count that as 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to 5 goods. Because if I got to 5 goods, I could have saved that action space. Yes, and happy birthday to Dutch Yoda. Everybody say happy birthday to Dutch. I believe their birthday is technically over now over in the Netherlands. But it was Dutch's birthday today, and they played Wits and Wagers and Marbles, which after we play Three Sisters, we'll be playing Marbles. And I actually won Marbles. I got top podium. I finished, I got 2 first place finishes and a 3rd place finish. And I don't know how I got the second win too. I was like way in the back. And then my marble just like decided to hit the afterburners. I don't know what happened. Dutch was even surprised. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I got first place in a marbles race, and I think that was the first time outside of my own stream that's happened, which was a lot of fun. Not in the race, in a Grand Prix of 5 races. It was very, very cool. So yeah, so we're taking the 6 here. We're forced to take this. I took the 4 good actions because that's more valuable to me than the compost action. And now I can plant twice in the 6s. And I'm going to plant both of my pumpkins. Oh, I keep doing the wrong symbol. I'm going to plant both of my pumpkins in that area to save them from Farmer Edith. I'd rather her take out a singular corn than one of the pumpkins, in my opinion. I could be wrong on that play, but that's the way that I view it. Because now Farmer Edith gets this last die, which is a 6. She gets to take out one thing in my 6 area of one of the. So I'm going to take out this corn, which actually is kind of awful because when she takes out the corn, that means that I can never. She never crosses off a crop that you have planted. Okay. That means I can't even plant that bean. So she's basically crossing off that whole thing there because I can't do anything with that. It's just what it is. It's unfortunate. She's a little awful person. Okay. She did that. Now she has the compost action. So Farmer Edith crosses off the next available bonus action on the goods track. So this is crossed off. We skip that completely. We don't mark it in. And that is a shame. Hate it because we don't get the bonus action, but we have to live with it. And that is the, well, not the end of the round. So we did what is considered the planning phase, which is rolling the dice, putting them out on the roundel. We did the gardening phase, and actually let me go ahead and click on this right here so you guys can see what I did. So, I'm sorry, I should have zoomed in when I was working here. So when I took the second action, I planted 4 times. I planted this pumpkin, and then these 3 corns right here. It's actually slightly off now that I put it up top. There we go. And then when when she took her action, she crossed off this pumpkin, so I can't use that pumpkin anymore. And then when I planted in this 6, these 2 pumpkins, and then when she took her action, she crossed off this corn, which basically eliminates the bean as well, because I can't plant the bean until I have the corn at least too high. So if I can't plant the corn, I can't plant the bean. Then she also crossed out this bonus action. So that is where we kind of stand right now. Game Jedi, thank you for Dreaming Hydrate. Yes, I feel very thirsty today. In the sense that I need to drink more water. Thirsty. Ugh. If everybody's thinking I'm saying shed, obviously they're going to go and take feeling thirsty in a different direction too. So the last thing is the event phase. And in the event phase is we look at the bonus action from our round, which is the shed action. That means I get to take one action from the shed. And now I have to figure out where I want to go with my actions. Because I know that... Oh, Farmer Edith was supposed to cross off my shovel, right? Yes. I have to lose my shovel. Because when she took this die here, the shed action, she crossed off that, but she had to also take out my shovel. Because it was in the shears, and it was the number 3. So the shovel is gone. I cannot complete the shovel at all. We could just cross that out. Bye to the shovel. So what do I want to work on here? Like I said, the rain barrel is very, very nice. As is the fancy labels. I think what I'm going to do... Oh, she should have moved too. What was it? She should be here. Yes. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is... take the rain barrel action. So I'm going to come up here and put a circle on my rain barrel and hopefully don't lose that the next time around. And we're going to move on to round 2. So we move that over here. She's going to stay there. We take all of our 4 dice and we roll them in our dice tray. That is what we rolled. Nice. Man, that comes through so nice on the camera. I'm so happy with this camera right now. And a huge shout out again to Bonsonator for all of her camera advice. I know absolutely nothing when it comes to cameras. And day or night, even when she was working, Bonds was so amazing at giving me advice on cameras, and I am forever in her debt for that, because I would not have been able to get as good of a camera as I did without her advice and her help. Which camera is where? Like, what is overhead and what is pointed? The A6000 is this one. It's the one that is on the table. Because to me, this needs to be clear. I wasn't going to put this one on my face. I do want to upgrade my face cam, because right now I'm just using some off-brand $20 webcam from Amazon. And I want to get a better camera for that. But I'm not going to buy another mirrorless or DSLR camera for that unless somebody basically hands it to me. I do want to get a better quality webcam, like along the Logitech 900 C900 series, or the what are the Razer Kaios, or something in the in the $50 to $100 some range. I do want to get a better quality face cam, but overall, like, to me, this isn't as bad as when I was trying to do stuff top down with a worse quality camera, because I couldn't do good quality games on the table. And to me, this allows me to go to publishers, allows me to go to potential sponsors for streams, and be like, there's few people out there in the streaming world of board games that will be able to at least show off your game as clear as I can with my setup. And to me, that I'm hoping that counts for something. Obviously, that's not all that is involved, but I wanted to improve what you could see on the table more than what you can see here on my face, if that makes sense. Like, for you, Bonds, it totally makes sense for you to put your camera facing you, because you play a lot of video games. But for me, since, while yes, I probably play more video game hours than I do board game hours, this is the bread and butter for my channel, and this is what I really want to focus on. So obviously I want this to be the best video it can be, if I only have to choose one or the other at the moment due to costs. Because I have put I have put a lot of money into upgrading my channel over the last 2 months, and I am hopeful in the next couple of years I can recuperate all of that money and not be completely in the red for all of that. But anyway, we roll our dice. So this is what I was afraid of, and I'm unfortunate, very, very sad about it, because Farmer Edith is going first. And we rolled not one, but 2 ones. Bread and butter. I like toast. Yum. Yeah, toast is very good. I love butter. I love butter. I love bread and butter on toast. Yes. I don't know what I'm saying. It's 10 o'clock at night. It was I won't say a busy weekend. We took the kids to the playground today, and I played around with my 3-year-old a lot, and ran him around and pushed him. And that took a lot out of me, I think. But anyway, this is what I was afraid of, because Farmer Edith is going to go first. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No. She's going to take this die. But then she's going to get that one. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So she's going to take this die first, which is going to be a 4 action on the apiary or fruit. Then I will get to choose. But then her next one is guaranteed to be one of these 2 dice, because I can't take them. And for the shed action with the number 1, she's going to cross out my fancy labels. And there's nothing I can do about it, because I cannot get 3 shed actions before she does the fancy labels. And that is very, very sad, because I really like the +1 at the farmer's market. So she is literally crossing off, of all the things on the shed, she is crossing off the one that I wish she wasn't. Which makes me very, very sad. So she's going to go first, because she is the goose from Untitled Goose Game and is annoying. And is going to take the 4. So she will come to my area. She will go to my 4. And she will cross off the tallest pumpkin, which is this one right here. And I can't use it anymore. And again, that is very sad. Then she will come to apiary or fruit. And it says, Farmer Edith chooses one of the 2 sections and crosses off one of the empty boxes. The section she chooses is based on the section marked with a blue push pin action space. The empty box she chooses is based... Okay. Wait, what? The section she chooses is based on which section is marked with a blue push pin. Oh, I see. So we took it off of here. The apiary has a blue push pin. Okay. And it's the number 4. So it is the topmost wax space. So let's go ahead and zoom back in here. And then, so she is crossing off here the topmost wax space. So I cannot get to that space anymore. Which is honestly okay at the moment. But that can get worse if she continues to cross down from there. Because I don't, it's very hard to get to the top of some of those spaces. So now it's my turn again. I can choose from anywhere that I want to choose from here. But I know that on her next turn, she's going to take one of these 1s. I also know that if I don't take either one of these 1s, she's going to not be able to do that to me again the next turn with the shed action. She can only cross that out once. However, she would cross off 2 of my pumpkins in my 1 square. I don't like that. I don't like that she's chopping at all my pumpkins. Really makes me angry. But if I let her take the 3, if I let her take the 3 on her last turn, that 3 is a farmer's market action. The farmer's market crosses off the topmost empty box of the perennial. The perennial is 3 Iris. Oh yeah, that's the one we do not want her to cross off, because Iris is 12 points at the top of there. And that means I would never be able to get those 12 points. So I almost feel like I have to take that one, which is kind of a shame, but I also feel like the Iris's power of plus or minus 1 in a zone in the second and the fourth spot of the perennials. Here, let me just go ahead and zoom back in there. Right here, these are very important powers. And like I said, if you get to the top of the Irises, she will not be able to, I won't be able to get those 12 bonus points. So I think on my turn, I am going to take the 3. That means I can go to my 3 area, and then I get to do 1 perennial action and 1 compost. I hate that I'm never going to be able to do my fancy labels, but again, try to find a different strategy this time, because we kind of saw that coming. So in the 3, the very first thing I'm going to do is circle this pumpkin, and then plant 1 corn. So we plant it twice, because when you plant 2 seeds. I'm not going to water anything in 3 because there's nothing to water yet. Then we take our farmer's market action. That we have 4 goods. We do have 4 goods. So that allows us to get 1 perennial and 1 compost. So we're going to put off next compost down here. And these will probably be more important in the solo game than they really were in the competitive multiplayer game. And then I can take 1 perennial action. If I take a tulip action, let me go ahead. Yeah, okay, I'm zooming in. If I take a tulip action, I immediately take a fruit action. If I take a hydrangea action, I would immediately take specifically a raspberry action. Take the iris, I would get a compost, but that gets me closer to this power that I really want. The hyacinth will just give me straight up 2 goods. The crocus will give me 2 compost, and the daffodil will give me a shed. Oh. I probably want to take the daffodil. Because if I take the daffodil, I can do the rain. Did I not mark the rain? Oh, no, I did. It's just very hard to see. I can do the rain garden. Because I'm not going to get... Oh, no, I am going to get a shed time. And so I can do that there. So I want to mark the rain. But I may want to focus a little bit more on the shed. Because she's going to start crossing stuff off. So that is where all this thinkiness comes in. Because this solo game is just seeming brutal already to me. The regular game is not this brutal. Because I could cross off mason jars, and then I don't have to fear that going away anymore. Or I could start on something else. I already know that fancy labels is not available. But I think my best thing to do here is to fill in the iris so that I can try to get to the top of the irises as fast as possible. Or at least to the 4th one to have the ability to move zones. Because if you get 2 of those plus zone moves, you basically can move everywhere except for the exact opposite end of the garden. And then you could always use a compost if you needed to. But perennial and then shed, or perennial and work on the irises. I think I'm just going to go ahead and work and do the shed. So for my perennial action, I'm going to take a daffodil action. Daffodil action comes right here, allows me to take a shed action. When I take the shed action, I am going to complete the rain barrel. And so this is now complete. Every time it rains, I get to water an area, which is nice. I'm happy with that. I think that's good. So I took my pumpkin action, or my plant garden action. I took my shed action. Well, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I took the summer pavilion. I don't know why I always want to say summer pavilion. The farmer's market action on the perennial, which ended up allowing me to complete my rain barrel. So again, lots of combo-y things to happen. Now it is Farmer Edith's turn. She will, let's go ahead back over to here. She will take the die that is next in line to her. Both of these are the same. She is taking a 1 on the shed time. As we know, the first thing she does is come over to my garden and look for the tallest pumpkin and gets rid of my tallest pumpkin. She's like, hey, bye, tallest pumpkin. I don't like her. The next thing she does is she looks at the shed time and goes, oh, we are on the mower's shed time. And I have a number 1. Oh, goodbye, fancy labels. No more for you. And I cry. That's when I drop the tier 2 penguin emoji. Cry. Now it's my turn again. And I get to take this final one here. Yep. We are going to go ahead and zoom back in. Pause it. So I can go into my number 1 area, and I can plant twice. So I am going to plant my other 2 pumpkins. And this one is actually only a 1. So that one is giving me a good. So there we go. We're going to fill in that next good. That's nice. Planted those 2 pumpkins. And then I can go to the shed and start working on a singular shed thing. Okay, we can't do fancy labels. That's the one I wanted to do next. Unfortunately, I can't do it. I wouldn't have been able to do it. Even if I would have put 2 shed actions into it, I would have lost it. So it's good that I didn't. I do really like the fruit bowl. That could be a lot of points. Mason jars is nice. I think I'm going to do mason jars just because by doing that, it just gets it done. Edith needs to stop stealing pumpkins. Well, she's going to stop soon because the pumpkins are going to be gone and then she's going to start stealing corn. But I really hate that she goes for the pumpkins first. That is an annoying little thing. But it's good on the game designers because that's the thing that I don't want her to cross out. So I filled in my 2 pumpkins. I did my shed action. So we're done with that. Now it rains. And so everything that I have planted will grow 1 level higher. So and you always start in section 1 and work all the way around. And so we go and we grow this. And that doesn't grow because it's already full. We grow in our section 2 here. We grow this one. And am I zoomed in? Yes, okay. And that one. And that one. And that one. We come over to section 3. And we go grow this pumpkin. And that pumpkin is going to give us 1 good, right? Yep. So we go ahead and fill in another good down here. We grow this one. And nothing else there. We come down to section 4. I have nothing growing in section 4. We come to section 5 and nothing growing in section 5. We come to section 6 and we grow this pumpkin and that pumpkin. Okay. Okay. Okay, she needs to stop stealing food. Tell her to go to the grocery store. Right? I told you, she's like the goose. Like, legit, she's like the goose. It might as well be a goose meeple. So we rained. Now, we have the rain barrel. With the rain barrel, after the rain, water a zone. So let's try to look at what is our most beneficial zone to water at the moment. In zone 1, if we watered, we would only get to make 1 thing go higher. Now, it would give us 2 goods, which is great. If we water zone 2, we would water 4 separate plants, which is actually really, really nice. We water zone 3, we would only water 1 thing again. Zone 4 and 5 have nothing in it to water. And zone 6 have 2 things to water. So, my thought is to water the... Who was it that played the Goose Game on stream? Was it Meichan? That's a good question, Jedi. I know I was watching... was it Meichan or was it Reina? Oh, I'm confusing now. And I do apologize to both of you. Yeah, I know it was one of them. Who are both awesome streamers in their own right. I was hanging out with Reina earlier today. She was playing. I didn't get to play, but she was playing Mario Kart and some Jackbox games, and they looked like a lot of fun. I would have loved to jump in on those Mario Kart games because you guys know I love Mario Kart, but it's just very hard for me to do anything on Sunday during the day. It's the way it is. So I think I'm going to go ahead and water my number 2 area, which will allow me to water this one, this one, this one, and that one. So we're doing very good in our 2 area, which is good. So we're going to go ahead and unzoom. And it is now going on to round 3. This should have moved, shouldn't it? Where was these? This one was here. I think she should be here now. That might have actually affected the order of things, but I don't think it did. Okay, so she's supposed to be there. You have to really remember to move her, and I'm not really good at that. Even in the regular game, I was bad about that. Alright, so I'm first player again. So I'm going to bring this back over to me. And this is what I rolled. A 1, 2, 4, and a 5. So we put the 1 on the shed, 2 on the compost and goods, 4 on the apiary of fruit, and the 5 on the shed dime. Shed dime. Bonds, did you get your smoothie, and how is it? I'm assuming it's been more than 15 minutes, because, like, honestly, it's been an hour and a half already, and I kind of can't believe that. Time flies when you're streaming. I don't know about for you, Bonds, but legit when I'm streaming, I feel like time is just flying. I don't know why. Smoothie was super good. Yes, I finished it a long time ago. I technically have, well, I had ice cream. I couldn't finish the ice cream before stream, so now it's cream. Yeah. I scooped more than I could. So I was eating the ice cream, and because it's so sugary, all it was doing was like making me super thirsty. And I was like, I don't want to be super thirsty while I'm on stream. So I had to stop eating the ice cream, and then it melted. So, oh well. Honestly, it wasn't. We really like strawberry cheesecake ice cream. So strawberry ice cream that has like cheesecake bits in it. And I've just bought like store brand strawberry cheesecake before, and it's really, really good. And so I went to Kroger and got Turkey Hill strawberry cheesecake ice cream that is more expensive than the store brand, but that's what they had in stock, so I got that. And honestly, it wasn't as good as just buying the store brand stuff that we usually get from Meijer in our area. And it was disappointing. So that's probably another reason why I didn't eat it. Or not why I didn't eat it, why I didn't finish it. But anyway, this is now round 3. You can see the rounds go pretty quickly. You should look up a discontinued Ben & Jerry's flavor, Cool Britannia. I still miss that ice cream flavor. Oh, okay. Cool Britannia. I'm assuming it's something similar along the lines that I just said I liked. Let's just do a quick beep bop. I think I need to do ice cream. There we go. Vanilla ice cream with strawberries and fudge covered shortbread. Okay, so it's similar. Instead of being strawberry ice cream, it's vanilla, but it has strawberries in it, and then it has shortbread. Yeah, that would be something cool. I would like that. I know when I used to get Ben & Jerry's, because when I was at the University of Pittsburgh, we could actually get Ben & Jerry's ice cream using our like campus food plan, whatever you call it, and they do give the little tubs. I would get Cherry Garcia a lot. I actually really like Cherry Garcia. There's a bunch of flavors though, and we only had the option of like 3 or 4 that were in stock at our place. So anyway, I am first player again. I get to choose any die that I want. Then Farmer Edith will choose the die that is the next in line from this space here. So if I take this one, she'll take this one. If I don't take this one, she'll get this one. And then on my turn, I have to take the next one closest to her on the second time around. So we have to keep that in mind, and that's a way that you can kind of plan for what will happen. So this is here. This is a shed time. We know if we let her take that, she'll cross off something. So that is on the shears. The shears, the number 1 is the mason jar. Oh, look at that. I've already done the mason jar. That means that she can't cross it off. So that's an okay action to let her have. Now, she's still going to cross off something in my 1 area, but she cannot cross off a shed action. So we're cool with that. We're cool with that. Now, we don't want her to take away our next bonus action that we're really close to getting. So we might want to take that one. But if she takes this one, this will be my second action. So I'm okay with that too. So I might want to look at either taking this one or this one. Now, here we don't want to... Let's see what the 5 on the mower is. The 5 on the mower is the wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow is 1 good after a shed action, and it takes 3 actions to do. So that's good, but I don't think that's a priority for me on my shed. So I might leave that one too, because if I go to the 4 for the fruit, 4 fruit? Yes. Fruit. 4. She would cross off the rightmost blackberry. I'm probably not going to go all the way over there either. So neither of those are like killing me. I'm okay with either of those. But what do I want to do on this turn? Because I could take a shed time and not lose one of my things and then go to the shed. Is there anything I'm currently working on? No, there's not anything I'm currently working on my shed. But I could start working on it. And I think what I want to start working on is either the pie safe, which is one good for apple or peach harvest, or the fruit bowl, which is 1, 2, 3, or 4 different fruits equal 1, 4, 7, or 11 points. I think I want to work on the apple or peach harvest. Probably. So that's what I'm going to... I think I'm going to take this action first. And then that allows me to do some stuff in my 5 area, which I haven't touched yet. So we're going to take this action here in our shed time. We're going to go down to their 5. And first off, plant our pumpkin, because we haven't had the opportunity to plant that pumpkin yet. And then we are going to plant one of the corn, because that is all that's left there. Then we're going to go to shed time, and we're going to start off on our pie safe. So we took our first action. Now Edith is going to go from this area to the first die, which is this one. She's going to take the number 1. Let me actually zoom back over here so you guys can see better. I hope that zooming in like that makes a difference. If it does or doesn't, please let me know in the chat, because I'm trying to be able to show off, because this is very small and a lot of stuff going on. It's not like cartographers where it's a lot easier to see what's going on, or even on like Welcome to. There's a lot more stuff on this sheet, and so I want to be able to show it as clear as possible. So I'm hoping that that zoom is helping. She will cross off one thing in my 1 area. She cannot touch any of my planted pumpkins. She will go for a corn. That means she will basically cross off this corn and that bean, which is a shame. But sacrifices must be made. Now it's my turn, and I am forced to take this number 2. So I will do 2 actions in my 2, and then I will either get 4 goods or a compost. And I like this because I'm not going to lose the bonus action from her. I'm actually going to get a bonus action, which I'm really, really happy about. So the question is now, I'm in the 2 area. I can finish one of these, but I think it's better to water. I basically could water all 4 of these and get them to the top. Or I can plant in one of the beans to protect those beans. Or I can plant in the other 2 corn, which might be smarter to do. The corn does take a little bit more time, because she could, once the corn's all planted, she's going to start crossing out beans. So because basically the way I look at it is, if I only plant the beans, If she crosses out these 2 corn here, I guess I shouldn't cross out the corn or the beans when I do that, because she could technically come and cross out the bean too. I need to keep that in mind. She can cross out the bean too. But so she would cross out this corn, then she'd come and cross out. Okay, that's actually not too bad. But if I plant this bean, plant this corn, she's gonna start crossing off beans. And obviously the beans only take 2 to get 1 point, where the corn take 4 to get 3 points. So there's a little bit of a trade-off between the 2 of those. I'll try to do the corn again. I'll do more corn. That protects all the corn in our 2 area. Then I get 4 goods. So we're going to come over here. Man, this table is so creaky. I don't know. Are you guys hearing the creak of the table? Like, when I do that, you have to be. You have to be hearing that creak, and that's really annoying me. Yes, okay. I hate it. It's just like a dining room table. I wish I had a nicer table. If you're a game table manufacturing company, and you would like to sponsor Rolling with Rock with a game table, please get in touch with me at rollingwithrock@gmail.com. Got my goods. Did this here. I get a bonus action. So because I filled in this star right here on my goods area, I get a bonus action. I can take this bonus action anywhere in the perennials, the apiary, the fruit, or the shed. If I go to the shed, I can finish the pie safe. Which is the pie safe in danger? She should have moved there. Okay. I always forget to move her. Maybe? The pie safe could be in danger. We should be okay. Okay. Or I can go to my perennials and do some actions in the perennials, which I like. Or I can start working on my apiaries or my fruits. I haven't done either one of those yet. Or look at game toppers, LOL, or WD-40. True story. Yeah, maybe. I don't know why the table is so creaky, and like where I would even apply the WD-40 at this point. I don't know. No, like I legit would love to have a game topper. Like I would love to. I can't afford a game topper. I will flat out tell you, I cannot afford a game topper. If Game Topper wants to sponsor me, I would be extremely flattered and would love it. But I cannot afford a Game Topper. I honestly think you need a table that will support more weight. That might be the issue. Honestly, it's possible. Because I have my PC actually on top of the table. And I have it on top of the table because I am in my basement. And I do not want to sit my PC on the ground. I've never had water issues in my basement, but I don't need to find out that I have a water issue in my basement and it wrecks my $750 PC. Because I do not have the money to afford to replace that at the moment. As I haven't even recuperated that money to begin with yet. Anyway. Where were we? Oh, I was deciding between doing a perennial or doing my free action. I don't think I need to use it in the shed, at least for the pie safe. I could start the fruit basket, but I think what I really want to do is either start getting the fruits or apiaries, or get the perennials. If I went here to get 3 goods, it's not going to get me to the next bonus action, which is something you always want to keep in mind. I do have the mason jars, so if I do the mason jars, if I do the blackberries, I would just get an extra good, which is nice. But I think what I want to really look at is my perennials. And what I want to do is I really want to work on the iris. Because I want to get those powers. But I also really like the perennials. Oh, not the perennials, the tulips for the peach harvest. But I think I'm gonna do the iris first. I'm gonna do the iris first. Like, I'm not putting a lot of weight on this. Rock was now started a fundraiser for WT40. I just think you need a table. Oh yeah, wait, read that. As far as I know, Game Topper doesn't give their stuff for free. I have friends who have Game Topper sponsors their podcast, and they just get a discount. Game Jedi, I was mostly joking. I'm not expecting anybody to give me free stuff. But even at a discount, like I don't like. So game tables are really, really expensive. Everybody knows it. Game tables are really, really expensive for the actual table. Game Topper is cheaper than a table, obviously, because it's something that goes on top of your table. But it's still over, for a good sized table, it's still over $500 just for the top. Even at a discount, I'm probably not being able to afford that. Yeah, same Jedi. I would love to have to have a specific game table instead of just a table. This is a tabletop from IKEA, basically. But it's what I have and it's what I work with, and it mostly gets the job done. Daryl with 1 hour. Hello, my friend. Welcome in. We are playing Three Sisters, which is I can just do that. Three Sisters. It is a board game that is coming to Kickstarter on Tuesday. Yes, early copy. Oh, I don't have my link. Where is my link? Boop, 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 boop. I should have made a command for this, but I'm very bad. I am pro streamer. You can follow the Kickstarter page by clicking on that link, and you see when it goes live and see if it is a game for you. Obviously, this game is an early copy. It is probably not final production. I don't know. But we are playing the solo game. And I am deciding on where to put my... Oh, that's right. I did. I took the Iris Perennial bonus action. And I'm getting 1 compost to hopefully set me up for another time to do the Iris Perennial action. It is now Edith's turn. Edith is going to take this die because this is the only one left to her. And she will do a 4 action in my garden and destroy this pumpkin. I hate you, Edith. And then she will take an apiary action with the number 4. Apiary number 4 is the topmost wax. So she's crossing off another wax. But honestly, that one didn't matter. Because that one was an empty space. And we couldn't get to above the above one anyway, because she had already crossed that one out. Perfectly fine with that move. Thank you, Edith. And now... we finished our rondel actions. We now take our event action, which is the farmer's market. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goods. That is not 20, so I still take the 4, which is 1 perennial and 1 compost. So we go over here to compost, we fill that in, and then I get 1 perennial, and I am going to immediately use that on my iris. And now anytime that I plant or water, I can manipulate the die by plus or minus 1. That is extremely useful, especially in this solo mode. I am actually really interested in Daryl. Like, you're like, oh, cool, an early copy of Three Sisters. It sounds like word has really been getting around about this game. I wish I was as plugged in as, some of my viewers or some of the other people that I talk to in the industry. Because you guys, like... I'm like, oh, hey, I learned about this game. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, I've heard like 20 different things about this amazing game. And I'm like, really? Oh, okay, cool. I definitely can't, I don't have the time to keep up with everything as maybe some other people do. So, like, I was talking with Jedi about this before. Jedi knew a little bit about the game already. And I was like, cool. Because there's definitely people out there who follow all this stuff a lot better than I do. I think before I started streaming and like being a content creator, it was easier to do. It's very funny, the cyclical nature of hey, I really like this industry, so I'm gonna follow it along and learn more about it. Oh, really like what I'm hearing. Maybe I can get into content creation. And then you're like, oh, I have no time to do all the stuff that was making it fun before, but now I'm doing other fun stuff instead. It's very weird. So we did our farmers market action, which is that, and we got our compost. Edith doesn't do anything. So we are moving on to round 4. At the end of this round, it will rain again. This is our second of 3 rain actions. We are moving that back over to Edith. She will be the first player. Yeah, I feel like I've been seeing stuff pop up on this game for a few weeks. Not sure where. Maybe on Twitter. Very possible. I've seen a couple of posts on Facebook, I think, but didn't really stop to look into it a ton. All I knew is the rolling right. Rock, if it helps, I had no idea this game existed before your stream. Bonds, that makes me feel great. Thank you. We are rolling, and this is our setup for this turn. So, oh, I need to take away that screen. My apologies. We have a 2 that's going there. We have a 3, and then we have 2 5s. And then remember to move Edith. Edith goes right there. So it is Edith's turn first. Edith will always choose a die if it is on this in her first die. So she is getting this 2, and she will do an apiary action. So we come over to the 2 area, and she will cross out a bean, because that's the only thing she can cross out still. So we'll just say she's crossing out this bean. Alright. I'm honestly okay with that. 2 is a good one. Also, what Bob said, there are 2,000 to 3,000 games released a year. So many games. I can't follow that many games. I can't follow 100 games half the time. I'm pretty sure if there was a write-up of everything that happened in the board gaming community and delivered to my door every week, I'd still be behind. 100% Bonds. 100%. Too many games. It really blows my mind. All the life of a content non-creator is so simple. I am not a content creator, so I'm with you. Bonds, yes, I know you were having this discussion on your stream the other day. And you can view yourself however you view yourself. In my opinion, and this is only my opinion, you are a content creator. And you create content more than most people out there. You're on for 3+ hours a week, hours a night, for 5 nights a week. Plus any Instagram postings that you do, or Twitter, or I don't know if you do anything on Facebook, and then your YouTube. You create a lot of content, Bonds. Again, if you want to classify yourself as a content creator or not, that is totally, wholly up to yourself and your opinions and your viewpoints on yourself, and I will never impede on that in any way. But in my opinion, I view you as a content creator, and a damn well good one at that. Heard what you said the other day, content creator and streamer there. Fair. I see lists of games being released. I choose from those games to research more, and then out of the ones I research, I weed it down. So the only time I do that, Jedi, is around Gen Con. Because usually, in a non-COVID environment, I go to Gen Con. There's hundreds of games. There's usually 500 to 700 games released at Gen Con. I look up all the games. I do exactly that. I whittle it down to the games I want to go look at Gen Con, because I only have so much time, and I want to focus on the games that I want to look at. Throughout the rest of the year, I don't do that. And I wish I did, but I just don't have time. So when Jedi is so wonderful and says, "Hey, I know you," and then motion passes. Beyond Dead, hello, my friend. When Jedi's like, "Hey, there's a game that I think you're gonna like. Go ahead and check it out." I really appreciate that, because I don't have enough time to go and try to look into she's brought multiple games to my attention that I had never even heard of before, and they're definitely stuff that I think I would like. Anyway, Farmer Edith is taking the apiary, she already crossed out my bean. She's taking the apiary action is a number 2. So apiary number 2 is the topmost honey. Okay, so we've lost the topmost honey. We cannot get 8 points from the honey track. But we haven't even been working on the apiary, so we probably weren't getting that anyway. And she eats that die. So, if I take the plant or water, number 3, she will get the number 5 shear shed time. Number 5 on shears is the rain barrel, which I already have. So we're good with that. She's going to get to cross off something in my number 5, which is only a corn. So we like giving her that die. So we should take this one right here. Because other than that, then she would mess things up for us. I try to be a maker of fun instead of content. Panic. First off, that's great. And hello again, Panic. I think that's a great mindset to have. But your fun is still content, in my opinion. Like, obviously, you don't want to just be making content for the sake of making content. You want it to be fun and engaging and enjoyable for your viewers. And that's a great mindset to have. But as an English major, like, see, this is where I'm like, I want a different mindset because I'm an English person. I when you say a word, I look at that word. What is the meaning of that word? And I'm like, you're still making content. You're a content creator. Be it if you want to be that or not. Bond says, I know, but in my mind, content creating is creating material such as a blog post, videos, photos, written copy. I do that once in a while, but I'm not doing that every day. I live stream and trying to create some content from the stream. Once I create content and stream regular, I would focus on it and trying to use the content to influence and create a response from it. Then I would conquer myself. So I'm like, but I see all your points. So again, what I was just saying, I see words and see the meaning of those words and cling to that as an English person. So Bond says she sees creating material such as blog posts, videos, photos, or written copy as content creation. And then I would, if I was an English lawyer, I would argue that live streaming is still video. You have a VOD, you have a video on demand that is being posted to your Twitch. If I miss a stream because I'm also streaming, I can go to Bonzinator's channel and watch the stream. And to me, that's video content, Bonds. Even if you don't turn that into a YouTube video, it's still video content. You can legit, if you didn't want to do anything else, you could download that video and upload it straight to YouTube without any edits, and that's still content. Even if it just stays on Twitch, that's still content. But if I don't know, maybe the content creator is a word that you just, I mean, I'm not trying to, I don't want this to come off as shaming. I'm trying to, I hope this is coming off as is encouraging or supportive, because I think I do, and I view a lot of other people do. We love the content that you do create, Bonds. There's a reason why when I'm not streaming on an evening or prior to streaming, I am more likely to be hanging out in Bonzinator's channel than literally anybody else's channel on Twitch right now. At the time that Bonds is streaming. Because I enjoy hanging out with your community and the people there and your content. And so I value that. So I don't want you to undervalue what you are doing. And I want you to see that the content you're creating, even if you don't view it as content creation, is valued by your community and valued by me specifically. But yeah. Not to go off on a complete rant there, but I really want to make sure that people who are doing this, because I'm doing it, are appreciated and know that their efforts are valued. Because that's a huge, like, sometimes you sit on this side of the computer screen and, like, you get off a stream and you're just like, did it turn out well? I don't know what is, so to let other people know that you value what they're doing is super, super important. There was one other thing. The only thing I can create is insane comments in Twitch chat, but I do it 7 days a week. Does that make me a content creator? Yeah, 100%. Because you're like, content is whatever you want content to be. Content is such a vague term. So yeah, like, I mean, you could call yourself a Twitch influencer by using your comments. Bond says, I see what you mean. In my mind, it is creating content in a more substantial form to influence and tailor to your audience to form a response. Speaking about a board game and reviewing it on Twitch. It's not creating content unless I edit that content and put it up on socials. Maybe writing a short blurb. But yes, thank you, Rock and Friends. I understand. Cool. And like I said, I'm not going to argue about it. I just want to make sure you know that I myself, and I'm sure many others, appreciate the content you do put out. Content is extra job, and it's not just writing comments. Even if you're chatting with chat and playing Stardew, that's still creating content in my view, because I'm the type of person who likes to see how gameplay is before purchasing. Okay, anyway, try to remember where I was in all this. Edith took her turn. We're taking our turn, and we said that we want to take this number 3 on the plant or water action. So we probably want to plant, because I think that's the best thing to do. So we're going to plant here and here. We want water. Wait, I'm sorry. That's for gardening. That's our gardening action. Now we could plant a water. We could water all 3 of these, or we could plant one more and plant a bean. And I kind of like that. Though rain isn't going to happen too much more. No, rain's going to happen, and then rain will happen one more time. Yeah. That's what we're doing. We're planting this, and then we're planting the bean. I like that. Because now Farmer Edith cannot cross off any corn in our thing, and there's only 3 beans that she can cross off. I like that. I'm happy. I am happy with that turn. I'm very, very happy with that turn. Now Farmer Edith takes a turn. Let me go ahead and zoom back in here for a second. Oop. I keep misclicking. She's going to take the 5 off of the shed time. Like I said, the 5 off of that shed time is the rain barrel. She can't cross it out because we've already completed it. But she will come down to the 5s and cross off one of our corn. So she's going to cross off, let's just say, that corn. Darn you, Edith. Then it is our turn again. We get the final 5 on the shed time. So we also get to go down to the 5. And we're going to plant 2 more corn. We're going to plant that corn and that corn. Because everything is getting rained after this. We like that a lot. I find it interesting how things can mean something different to slightly different people. Something slightly different to 2 people. This has been an interesting conversation. Yeah, I agree. And I am always the person who is, be it, whatever the conversation's about, to I will voice my opinion on things, but I always try to do it in a way that it's not to be conflicting or to start a conflict. It is to start a discussion. And not everybody can have that discussion, unfortunately. And it comes off differently to different people. And I if it ever comes off as conflicty, I do apologize for that, because that's never my intent. But I love thought-provoking conversations. And because I think one thing that we don't do enough in our lives is try to see things from other people's perspectives. Like, what Bonzinator views as content creation and what I view as content creation is very different, obviously. But by discussing that and putting that out into the universe, I view it as we make ourselves both better people by understanding those viewpoints. And that's just an example. Obviously, there's much more broader things or more important things at play than the definition of content creation. But that's a great example of where 2 people can have different viewpoints on something. And not even different viewpoints, just a different definition. Have a discussion about it and enlighten each other on somebody else's viewpoint. Because I don't think we do that enough as just people in the world. On just everything, if that makes sense. Not to get all philosophical, but you should always listen to somebody else's viewpoint on something. Because it can be very different from you, because they may come from a very different background. And once you listen to it, respect it. 100%. Don't tell them they're wrong. You must respect somebody else's viewpoint. Even if how you view it, it might be different. And that will make both you and that person and you can educate them why you might think it's one way and they might think it's another way. But do not just try to tell them they're wrong and have an argument. That's never going to work. Telling someone that they're wrong is never going to lead them to what you hope to accomplish in that conversation. We're getting that 5. We get to plant in the 5. Did I already do that? I think I did. And then we get the shed time. I'm pretty sure I already planted in my 5. Where do I want to go in the shed? I think I finished the pie safe at this point. Or do I start working on the fruit bowl? Those are really my 2. I think I'm going to finish the pie safe just to save that right there. Well, this is a topic that has a lot of gray area. 50 Shades? No. We definitely don't have 50 Shades. Maybe 38. So we took our action. And now it will rain. Yay! We will get to go here in number 1. And what is that? 2 goods? Huzzah. Man, I'm getting cold down here. I'm either going to have to turn the heater or put on my sweatshirt. We are going to come up here. And that is 3 goods. Nice. 1, 2, and 3. Am I zoomed in? Yes, good. I just Googled this, and I'm finding some good points. Streamers are considered entrepreneurs, just as any freelancer, writer, or videographer. But in the strict sense of the word, they are not in the arts community unless they are creating something new, not just making money from what already exists, like playing a video game, but not online, but has a camera on. A journalist who provides commentary while live streaming a news event, adding something new. So you're tying... Okay, so again, this is helps me see Bonds' perspective more. So Bonds is tying the content creation to physically manifesting something new in some way, be it written or creating something. Whereas for me, a content creation is putting something out there for somebody to enjoy. So for me, doing this tonight here, this stream, even if I don't ever do anything else with this VOD, works different. But so yes, not all live streamers are content creators. You have to add something new. I think I've been trying to say this, but didn't know how to look it up until just now. Bonds, see, that's perfect. So look, see, this is what I'm saying. So by having this discussion, Bonds was able to clarify her point even more, because we dive deep into this civilly and respectfully. And I think that's great, because not only does it help Bonds understand where maybe her viewers or other streamers might be coming from in their opinion of what a content creator may or may not be, but it also helped Bonds fully understand how to voice her own opinion in a way that is more constructive for her viewers. That's amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. And with that very thought-provoking discussion that we just had, we are getting raided by Heart Board Games. Heart Board Games, thank you so much for the raid. How were the digital board games tonight, my friends? Thank you so much for stopping by. We've got some raiders stopping by, friends. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me know what board games you guys were playing tonight. Although I've been lurking, so it's only Slivers. Hello. Heart Board Games is here. L375. Hello. Thank you guys so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Slivers, 30 bits for Bondsinator being awesome. I will gladly accept those bits for Bondsinator being awesome, and I 100% agree. Heart Board Games and Ronald Heart Games are both here. Willie just played Scatagories. It still holds. Scatagories is a great game. And Jedi, thank you so much for the shout out. Good cup, bad cup as well. Hey, whatever works, right? You gotta mix it up. You can't just play the same things all the time. And I mean, Scatagories. So I have both. I have copies of Scatagories and Scatagories Categories, and I agree. Both Scatagories still holds up to this day. And then Skull also awesome. Got the first aim in 2 of 3 rounds. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. My name is Rock. This is Rolling with Rock. I am a board and video game streamer, aka I was in hot water. Yes. Tonight, I'll go ahead and take off the zoom in for a second. Tonight we are looking at a game called Three Sisters. This is coming to Kickstarter on Tuesday, which you can look at the preview page right there. And it is a roll and write about growing crops, specifically 3 sister crops that work very well together, which is squash, corn, and beans. And it is a very thinky roll and write. So if you're familiar with roll and writes and you're thinking like, oh, cartographers or welcome to, or, you know, along those lines, obviously those are flipping writes, not roll and writes, but same concept, right? This one's a little bit more thinky. This is by the designers of Fleet the Dice game. So if you're familiar with Fleet the Dice game, think that thinkiness level, or more even, in my opinion. This is more thinky than Imperial Settlers Roll and Write, but it's a good thinky because there's a lot of different combos that are happening. We are in the end of the 4th round right now, so we're just about halfway through the game. It will speed up a little bit because we kind of got sidetracked for about 20 minutes having discussions about content creation, what is or what isn't, and different people's viewpoints, which may be tangent into always trying to have constructive conversations with people and listening to their viewpoints on things and respecting that viewpoint, because you don't know what somebody's background is, and it will make you a better person by understanding other people and respecting that. And so we got off on a tangent on a little bit, but that's kind of what we do here. But yes, I play board games on Wednesdays and Sunday nights, and then on other nights of the week I will play video games. Right now I am doing a Pokemon Fire Red randomizer Nuzlocke, and so if you're interested in watching any of that content, I would recommend coming back on Wednesday and more than likely Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights right now for the Pokemon Randomizer Nuzlocke. But right now we are playing Three Sisters. We are basically halfway through the game. Right now I am taking the action in the 4th round, which is Rain. I just completed this right here, but I have to fill all these in still. So we are getting that complete, that complete, that complete, and then this is going up 1. We're coming over to section 3 and filling all this in. Then we're coming down to section 4. I have nothing growing in section 4. In section 5, I grow all this. And then in section 6, I am going to grow this one. Nothing there. And grow this one. And when I grow that, I get another 2 goods, which we're going to mark off here and here. So I'm pretty sure, was that, how many was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think we got that other bonus. I think this was only 1 bonus, right? Or did we get both of them? No, I already took the 1 bonus. Yeah. Yes. For those who don't know, I do have a sus emote. It is part of our tier 1 subscription, and it is made by the wonderful Meeple Disney. I just did the same thing that both Bonds and Conrad did. I'm sorry, Meeple Conrad. Our great friend Meeple Conrad. He has been known by many Meeple names. You may know him as Meeple Bieber, or Meeple Conrad, or Meeple Disney, or I'm pretty sure there was another Meeple that I've forgotten at this point. Bonds affectionately refers to him as just Meeple, and the only Meeple, which we know isn't necessarily the case, but all of the Meeples are imposters, including the other Meeples he doesn't currently go by right now. He made both of these 2 emotes, the sus emote and the Yoshi High emote, and I am very much grateful and in his debt for that. Okay, so it rained. After it rains, I can take the Rain Barrel action, which allows me to water any zone that I want. I think I actually might water zone 5 right now. Oh, I needed to water this one too. I didn't catch that. That's an extra good. Squeaky table. I could watering zone 3 is actually decent. I don't really want to water zone 2 or 1 or 6. It's either 5 or 3. So if I water 3, I'm going to water 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I water 5, I'm going to water 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, so we're watering 3. Okay, we're going to water zone 3. So when we water zone 3, we're going to complete that. We're going to step up there. We're going to step up there. And we're going to step up there. So that's actually looking really good now with zone 3. I'm really happy with that. And that is the end of round 4. We will go on to round 5. In even odd rounds, I am the first player. We roll our 5 dice. This is the solo version of Three Sisters, by the way. And this is what I rolled, and that's probably not a good thing. I'm going to put 1 here. And these, oh yeah, these 4s on shed time is not good. What is that going to kill me? on the mower 4. It's going to kill the spring trimmer. That's not too bad. It could be worse. Okay. So, I go first. So on her turn, if this is available, she will take it. If not, she's going to take both of these. I haven't done anything in 4 yet. Honestly, I'm pretty okay with that. So I'm probably going to take this one, which is the 1. And I will get to plant twice in the 1 area. Or do I want to plant twice in the 4? It's oh, she takes the 4. She's going to cross out this pumpkin, which she's already But what's she going to do in the apiary? 1 apiary? Topmost honey. Oh, that's actually okay at the moment. Okay, never mind. We're going to do the 4 instead of the 1. Oop, that was a 4. We're going to do the 4 for us. Come down here. We get to plant twice, because we haven't planted it all in the 4s yet. So we're going to plant this one here, which instantly gives us a good... Oh, I was supposed to take a bonus action last turn. Remind me that I need to take 2 bonus actions. 2 bonus actions. I just locked them in my journal. So we're taking good there, and then we can plant one of these corn. So this game's all about planting pumpkins or squash, corn, and beans. And then doing perennials, apiary, which is like beehives, your fruits, your goods, and your compost, and your shed with a D, because apparently when I say that, people think of the poop emoji. So we took that. We get to go to our shed now. And what I want to start working on next is the fruit bowl. So I am going to start circling on the fruit bowl. That is my action for this turn. Oh, no. I got to take my 2 bonus actions. I got to remember that. Where do I want to use these bonus actions? I could use them in the perennials. I could use them in my fruit. Those are pretty much the 2 places I want to focus on. Bond says, hi, Silver, sorry I had to step out and watch a short Shark Tank that was known as a huge fail. Oh, interesting. Did it, like, do well on... Like, did it fail on Shark Tank? Or did it do well on Shark Tank and then the product actually failed? Just so I understand the context of that statement. Because that's kind of interesting. I never really got into the shows like that. Because basically, any of those people can go away. Anybody who has that much money is like judging people. I don't know. Like, I get what they're trying to do and they can be helpful. But I feel like when they're like trying to negotiate in that environment for people's business sounds more detrimental than helpful. Because the pitch was crazy and they basically laughed and said no. Oh, okay. It's like, I feel like these people go on there and they have these ideas. And sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not. And then you have these, individuals up there. And they're basically arguing with each other, but also the client. And then they're like, oh, I want 40% of your business. And it's like, what is this? How does this person like negotiate with these people who they... Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the situation. Because I know if like I was up there, I would hate it. Like, I would never put myself in that situation. But I'm sure there's plenty of people who would love that. Anyway. Again, that's just insight into my life and why I wouldn't want to do that. I planted 2. I'm taking my bonus actions. I could just take them in the perennials, which would give me more ability to use my dye manipulation. I could put them in the hydrangeas to start getting fruits. I could put them in the tulips. Tulips actually would be pretty nice. I could put them over here to get more shed actions. I think I'm going to put them in the... I don't know, do I want to put them in the fruit? Fruit? I think I need to start taking some fruit actions here soon. I'm going to put them in the iris. And the reason I'm going to put them in the iris is so I can get more dye manipulation, but it also gets me closer to the 12 points. It was chill. We hardly made tips, but it was fun. Great that you had a good time. Oh, yeah, because you had a gig today, didn't you, Bonds? How was your busking? So there's actually a game that uses that term in the title. It's like Big Easy Busky. But I don't really fully understand the term. I know it has to do something with playing. Yes, it was kind of cold for me. So 55? 55 is freezing for SoCal, right? Right, Bonds? That's when ice freezes or water freezes into. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like 55. Busking means you play on the street for tips. Ah, thank you, Bonds. See, now I'm learning things. All having a great time here on Rolling with the Rock. At least I hope so. I need to put my sweatshirt on, though. Where's my sweatshirt? Why is it not behind me? Oh, no. Sweatshirt, where have you gone? Cry emoji. I'm getting cold down here. Because it's legit freezing in my basement. Hey, if you're sitting in place for a while, 55 is quite cool. I mean, fair. Definitely fair. It's definitely not 55 in my basement right now. I can almost guarantee that. Because my basement is in the ground in Michigan. It is Edith's turn. And Edith will always take the die that is next closest from here on the first turn. So that is this one. She's going to cross off one thing in my number 1 area, which is this right there. And then she is taking the number 1 apiary action. Number 1 apiary action we said was the topmost honey, which is again a blank space. We are okay with that. It was cold today after having some nice days. Yeah, it was a little cooler up here, wasn't it, Panic? It's probably in the lower 60s in my house right now since we don't have heat. I'm wearing a snow jacket. Bonds, you don't have heat? I must have missed that story. I'm sorry. Do you just not have heat because it's SoCal, or do you not have heat because like something's broke? Because like if you just don't have heat because it's SoCal, that boggles my mind. Now, if you don't have something that's broke, I am very sorry, and that sucks. But like I'm not familiar with SoCal like houses. Do you not? No central heat or central air. We don't have it at all. That blow. Oh, how do you not have central air? You're in. It's because we're boss. No. I'm sorry. Now I feel bad. But like, is that like common in a lot of houses in that area? Something built into the house? Like, are most houses in that area like that? I would die. I would legit die without air. No, yeah, I was gonna say, without air conditioning, I would die. Like, I'm not kidding. Over 75 degrees, legit, I'm not lying to you. If it is over 75 degrees, I'm hot. I cannot take heat. Cold, usually, like, honestly, I was saying I was cold. It was just because I'm kind of just sitting in one spot. But, like, cold, I can take. Like, I am known as cold, like, a cold person. I used to go out in, like, the middle of the night in Pittsburgh in the winter and run in just, like, a hoodie because I love the cold. But hot? No. I will legit be the most grumpiest person on the planet. You want to see, like, I know I could throw some of these in there and then some of these in here. You want to see some rage? Make me hot. And I don't mean like hot-headed. I mean physically warm temperatured. And I will be so grumpy. When I lived in the UK, they didn't have ACs till it was hot for 1 week. Oh, no. Sorry, that's awful. I died without AC. Louisiana. Oh, because that's humid. Like, I don't know how SoCal is, but, like, Louisiana is, like, super humid, isn't it? That's why I kick my face in powder before stream in the summer, because I'm still sitting in sweat. Oh, Bonds. No AC in most houses here either, including mine, but it's usually a bit cooler here than Southern California. Same, we keep the house at 70 all year round. Yeah, it's like swimming outside. Oh, so yeah, like that's like I have no interest in going to Florida ever. I'm sure Louisiana is beautiful, and I know a lot of cool things about Louisiana. I probably will never go to Louisiana because I don't like humidity. Hey, it'll be 34 this week. Do I pass as someone who lives in cold? Yeah, AC is a must in humid climates. I remember watching UK streamers and they were so hot during the heat wave last year. Oh god, yeah, that had to be awful. I I I am blessed that we can afford air conditioning. I totally understand that. And I use it. Like I legit will because I don't like to be hot. I just can't take it. I don't like to be hot. Um where was I? I took this fort and I was planting and doing shed. Did I do those? I think I did. Oh, I was taking my 2 bonus actions. That's what it was. And I did because I put them here. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Rock remembers now. This is what happens when I play board games on here on stream. It sounds miserable, but then again, I get 3 months of living death outside here in Vegas. Zor, you're in Vegas? Oh, that's cool. So I went to Vegas in early September in 2014 for our honeymoon. And it was hot. Like, it was very hot. But honestly, I didn't do as bad in Vegas when it was like 95 to 100 as I did in Florida when it was like 85, 90. It was easier for me to deal with Vegas heat higher than Florida heat that was slightly lower when I was there. And if I had to choose between the two again, because like people were talking about like Dice Tower East and Dice Tower West, and the people want me to go to both. You will have to give me significantly more incentive to ever go to Dice Tower East because of the humidity there versus Vegas. And like in Vegas, if you go to Dice Tower East or Dice Tower West, you fly in, you can taxi over and hopefully air conditioning, and then you stay in board games. Nice. Yes. I love it where I live. It's always 7 to 10 degrees cooler than where I work, which is only 30 minutes away. Yeah, I would assume that depending on where you are and like basically with the mountains or against the water or things like that, that has a lot to do with it over there. Isn't in the yes, exactly. You can stay inside. But one thing we also did was when we were in Vegas, we went out a lot at night. Like we were out, you know, from sundown to like 2 or 3 in the morning, and that's where we did a lot of our activities. Out and about, going to the casinos, looking around. We did a lot of walking up and down the strip. Not necessarily gambling or things that, just doing a lot of walking and enjoying the, you know, because I had never been to Vegas before, so I was just kind of like taking it all in for the first time. It was actually a lot of fun. Back in my softball days, we had tournaments there in early June. We'd always want 7 a.m. games because it would be only 90 degrees at 7 a.m. There wasn't trees around the softball fields. Yeah, that's like so. I vacationed in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for many years because my parents have a timeshare, and we would go golfing. And you wanted the earliest tee time possible for golfing because just like Florida, it gets super humid and not fun. Anyway, it is Edith's turn. And Edith is taking one of these 4s on the shed. So she's going to come over to my 4. She will not cross off that pumpkin. She will cross off this corn. Haha, Edith. You don't get my pumpkin. And then she will go to the 4 on the mower, which we said was the string trimmer. So the string trimmer is gone, but we weren't working on the string trimmer. So that's okay. Do. And then I get the 4 on the shed as well. So I come over to the 4. Oh no, my nose is bleeding. This is just going great. I miss DDW, Dice Tower West, so much. Last year I worked out in their gym every morning, then I showered, then I played board games for 14 hours. I want to have a morning workout with board gamers next year. Bad boy, start your day out right. Bonds, that would be really, really cool. I do apologize, my nose is bleeding. I should probably go take care of that. Sometimes it bleeds for like a second, and then sometimes it like gushes. Weird ass nosebleeds. Yeah, yes, please go take care of that. Then I will. I couldn't possibly play board games for 14 hours in a day, or even close to that. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on my be right back. I do apologize. I'm going to take care of this real quick. I'll also take this opportunity to take a bio break, but I'm going to take care of this. We'll be right back. We were going to try to get through this before midnight here on the East Coast. So in the next 40 minutes, we're going to try to get through the rest of the game. We've just been having a lot of insightful discussion, but I will be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, psych. I wanted you to think I was back. I was like, oh, I should grab my sweatshirt. So that's what I did. Chair. I am Batman. Thanks, Nightbot. Probably played 20 hours straight in person before. I've had 72 hour sleepovers. Wow, that's crazy. I'm trying to just catch on. I don't think I'll make it because the board game convention here is usually first weekend. What time for a chair stream? Chair stream. I never thought I could, but I can actually do it at Dice Tower West. The rest of the year, nope. That's your chair, Bonds. Yeah, my chair is definitely not a Batman chair. But I think I've also played 2 to 3 heavy games currently. Wow, that's crazy, Czar. I would love to go to Dice Tower West sometime. I've had game days at my house in the past that easily went 14 hours. Yeah, with kids, the only time that's ever happening is at a convention now, because you cannot get 14 hours in a day when you have kids. I don't have the stamina to play for 14 hours. I want to take a break from people. Yeah, I agree with that. I miss cons. Yeah, I think we all miss cons, or at least anybody who liked cons misses cons. I love cons. Like, legit, my favorite time is going to, and I know it's not really as much of a board game playing convention as some, but I love going to Gen Con. Gen Con is legit it's my vacation that we take, and I get so excited. And like we drive from Michigan to Indianapolis, and the first time we're on our drive, when we see a sign that says Indianapolis, like I just get so hyped. And then I literally have a wonderful 5 days, and like you get that sadness when you're leaving the con, but it's such a good time. DTW was the last thing I've done ever. It was 2 weeks before COVID hit everywhere. Yeah, I know. I remember that. I didn't get to go to DTW, but I remember that it was like the last big thing that happened. There are at least 2 in the stream chat, Daryl. Single person I'd be able to play 14 plus hours with. This time last year was the last con I went to. Little kid. Yes, little kid. I haven't been to a con outside your state, Game Jedi says. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Like, I'm lucky. Like, so for you guys out in the West, your states are a lot bigger. Now, I grew up on the East Coast, where states are fairly small, especially in the Northeast. And then I now live in the Midwest, where even here in the Midwest, you can drive to multiple states in only a couple hours, especially where I live. I can get to Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and Chicago, all in less than a 3-hour drive from where I am. am. I can get to Pittsburgh in 4. No, 5. Probably 4 if I really tried. So I can get to places where I live from where I live, which is really, really nice. When I lived on the East Coast, I could get to basically any East Coast city in like 4 hours. So it all depends on where you live, and that really depends on your travel. It's rough here in the other LA. Yeah, like in Louisiana, you're kind of down there. There's not you can't really get to too much else. Like I guess you can try to get to because you kind of have to go around, don't you? Like if you're in Louisiana, you have to go over and then up. Like if you were trying to go to Alabama or Mississippi, or over and then continue to go over, like to go to Texas. And I'm like when I'm looking at it on a map, Louisiana doesn't look huge. Obviously, I've never been there. It's probably still very, very big. Because when I first moved to Michigan, I never thought Michigan was a big state, and I was like, this is a lot bigger state than I ever thought it was. We'd like to be close to some big cons. Yes, exactly, Panic. We're here in the Midwest. Strategically, they put some big cons here. I still want to have a Gen Con. That would be awesome, Jedi. That would be very, very cool. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get back into this game. I get to take this die, so I am going to go ahead and put 2 more check marks here in Zone 4, or not check marks, actions. So I'm going to plant there. Oh, I can't though. I can only plant once because I cannot plant here until I water. That's a shame. Oh well, it happens. I don't want to just water one either. Although I guess if I water one, I plant 2 the next time. It doesn't know. It's not a huge deal. Dallas is closest for you. 8 hours. It's 8 hours to Dallas? Hot dang. That's crazy. Well, how far is it from Pittsburgh to Philly? 6. It's about 6 hours. So dang, from you to Dallas is 2 hours more from Pittsburgh. So like from Philly to like the middle of Ohio. Okay. That's a drive. That's a drive. Sorry, I have to equate it into what I am very used to driving the Ohio and the Pennsylvania turnpikes. I've done that a lot. Anyway, I also get a shed action, and we were working on our fruit bowl. So we're going to continue to work on our fruit bowl because we don't want to see that get crossed out. And that is now we are doing the farmer's market. Do I have 20 goods? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No! If I had one more good. One more. Could I have gotten a good somewhere? Could I have gotten a good? Probably not. Oh well. It happens. As such is life. So we will only get 1 perennial and 1 compost. Okay, compost is fine. Perennial. Might as well start getting fruits since I'm going for the fruit bowl. We will, or do I want to make sure I get the perennials? I might actually finish doing the irises first just to get the 12 points. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, and then we want to get those 12 points from the iris. We don't want to lose those 12 points. Super, super important. Okay, that is the farmer's market. We are moving on to round 6. At the end of this one, we will take a shed action. Did I move Edith? I don't think I did, right? So Edith should be here. Edith should be there now. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we're gonna roll for round 5. Edith, or round 6, I mean. Edith is our first player in this round. This is what I rolled. I rolled 3, 4, and 5s. 3 is gonna go there. The 4s will go here, and the 5 will go on shed time. 5 shear shed time. Is this a problem? Rainvale. No, it's not a problem. We've already completed it. We can leave that one there if we want to. We don't have to, but we can if we want to. She is going first. She is going to take this one right here, which is 3 apiary. You're going to cross off some in my 3s. The only thing she can cross off are some beans. We're okay with that, so she's going to cross off that bean. Bye, bean. And then she's going to go to 3 apiary. And 3 apiary is the topmost wax. She's going to take out another wax. Darn you. That's her turn. So now I can go to 4 and plant and water if I want to. Well, I can't plant. I could water and then plant. That actually might be useful. Or I could go to shed time and do something in the 5, which also could be useful. And do a shed, which would complete my fruit bowl. And I think she's going to get to cross off things in the 4 twice. She would cross off the 2 beans. You know, I'm okay with that. She'd cross off 2 beans. I'm okay with that. I'm going to go here. Even though that's a dead action for her, I think I want that. Because I want to complete my fruit bowl. So that I can get the most points if we get our fruits. And then I will plant... no, I will... Do I want to plant? Yes, I will plant. I'm going to plant here. And plant this bean. There we go. Happy with that. Is Rock winning? It's a solo game. And the way you... It actually has a score thing at the end. We will see. So if you have 0 to 39 points, you'll have better luck next time. 40 to 49, you are ready for the county fair. Yeehaw! 50 to 64, your skills have earned you a blue ribbon. 65 to 79, you have been crowned as state champ. 80 to 99, you have become an internet famous blogger. And 100, you have been given your own TV show. I'm probably not going to hit that one. Rock is winning because of the people in the chat. Perfect answer. And I 100% agree with that. Jedi, yes. You all have really made my night. We've had some fun discussions. And we've made some fun jokes. So this has been a great, great stream. And at the end of this, like I said, my goal was to finish this by midnight. We'll be playing some marbles. So if you like marbles on stream, stick around for that. But yeah. What was I? Yeah, I was doing the 5. Yep. I did the shed, and now I have to take an action over here. And I think I want to actually water instead of plant. I mean, I could plant 2 more beans. It is no. We only have 1 more rain. And I think I want to water. I don't need to get all the beans. Getting the corn done is more important. So we're gonna water that, water that, water that, water that, and water that. And I already took that action. We completed the fruit bowl. That was my turn. Wait. Yeah, that was her turn. That was my turn. Now it's her turn again. She's going to take the... she's going to move here. My apologies. She's going to take one of these 4s. So she's going to come over to my area here and cross off one of the beans. And then do it again and cross off one of the beans. I'm okay with that. My turn again. I unfortunately get to do the same thing with the plant and water. So I am going to water. I think I'm just going to water twice because I don't think it's worth planting once. I think I'm going to water twice because we get those closer to completion. I like that. I'm happy with that. That's a good turn. Then we do our shed. Okay. Oh, and maybe I shouldn't have done the shed action because I could have completed it here. But that's okay. What do I want to work on the shed now? I can't get the shovel. I could try to get the casserole dish, but I haven't really done a lot of beans, so that's probably not the best. Maybe working on the mulch, because at some point here, getting 2 perennials might be better. I think that's what I'm going to do next, is the mulch. So if I can get 1 more shed action, we can do the mulch, and that would be very helpful. Repropeller retrieved hydrate. Thank you, Iman. I appreciate that greatly. Everybody else, go ahead and take a drink as well. And yes, shed. Oh, Iman, that is going to become a thing over in Bonza's stream too. Like I'm gonna be dropping shed everywhere. And I'm hoping that I can. Oh, nice use of Slumber Sacks emote there. I like it. Hopefully I can make Bonds laugh on screen, because that's one of my favorite things to do, is like to make somebody laugh. Anyway, we took our action, so that's the end of that. See, that round was actually pretty fast. We're going on to round 7. I will be first player. This is the last time that I will be first player. Go ahead and roll. It's actually a pretty quick game if you're not just talking all the time. So we actually got 4 different numbers, which is nice. We have a 1 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. I don't like her because she's gonna take up one of my bonus actions. Okay. She takes the one closest to here, which is this one. She's taking a 1 and crossing off my next bonus action. Darn you. And she's going to my 1 area and crossing off this corn. So I don't have any growing corn in the 1 area. Well, that's a shame. I think a shed emote is now necessary. The problem is I don't have anywhere to replace it. I mean, it's funny and I like it, but I don't really. We'll have to think about it. I just don't. What would I give? What would I move? I don't know. I put more thought than I probably should have into the order of my emotes. and now you're just making me question everything, and I don't like it. But I appreciate, like, I want more things like that. Like, I like when things become a thing on stream. Like I know it's not a command here, but that in Bonds' stream, like, that legit is one of my favorite things, is command TSK. From how that happened. When things happen like organically like that in a stream, it's the absolute best. And I will do my best to not let TSK die, because I thought it was hysterical. But obviously it doesn't mean as much over here as it does to Bonds' chat. Yes, TSK, TSK, TSK. Okay, she went. I get to go. Okay, what is 4 on the mower shed time? The spring trimmer. She's already crossed out the spring trimmer. Okay, but I might want to do the mulch. So to do the mulch, I'm gonna have to do the shed time. Farmer's market. I don't have 20 goods yet. Hello. The more meta, the more better. Yes, exactly. Twinflower, hello. One thing we do have a command for is our chat MVP Twinflower is here, and we can give, thanks to ours having a subscription to the wonderful Silver Metal Tavern, wherever it is. I know I have it. I thought I did. Did my subscription to the Silver Metal Tavern expire? Oh, it might have. I hope it didn't. I would just, oh, there it is. Boop, boop, boop. 3 cheers for Twinflower. Twinflower, how is your evening going? I hope you are well. We are playing 3 Sisters, which is coming to Kickstarter on Tuesday. And if anybody doesn't know, you can click on that link and sign up to get alerted when the thing goes live. If I go here, I still don't have 20 goods. I would really like 20 goods. If I go to the apiary, I really haven't done anything with the apiary this turn, which is this game, which is a shame because the apiary is a lot of fun. I should try to get fruits though, because to make that fruit bowl work, I need to get fruits. I think I do the apiary. Well, if I can't get the apiary and the shed, which is a shame. Twinflower saying hello to everyone. Yes, yes, yes. What do we want to do here, folks? Apiary, shed time, or farmer's market? Farmer's market is not the one I want. I don't want farmer's market at the moment. if I had one more good, then I wouldn't mind getting the farmer's market. And I'm going to get the farmer's market. So I need to figure out how to get a good from the apiary or the shed time. And I don't think I can get a good from the shed time. Is there any goods to be got on the 3 or the 6? Yes. If I took... No, I'm sorry. 3 or the 4. No. Okay. Yes, I'm thinking about breaking my no buy until the end of the year pack for the Kickstarter. I enjoy Fleet Dice, so this is right at my... Twin Flower, perfect. Yes, this is by the same designers as Fleet the Dice game. And if you like the thinkiness of Fleet the Dice, you're probably going to really like this. And honestly, I can't imagine it's going to cost an arm and a leg. Like it should be fairly reasonable price cost. I don't know what all entails on the Kickstarter yet. I wasn't informed of that. But to me, for the complexity of the game, I think it should be fairly reasonable. Because at the end of the day, it is a roll and write, and roll and writes, with probably very few exceptions, are usually pretty reasonable. In board game cost wise, I mean, you know, some games can be very, very expensive. I would like to get a good before doing the farmer's market so that I can get a fruit. The only way I can get this good, though, is by doing a fruit action. I can't do the shed action, which is a shame because I would like the mulch. But yeah, I think we are going to take the 3 here. 3 a good number for us? Yeah, 3 is a good number. And come down here to the fruits. I have to get a good. So we're going to come down here and harvest the raspberries. Because when I can harvest the blackberries. Either one is fine. And I know if I get this, I'm going to get a raspberry. So I'm going to come down here and harvest the blackberry. When I harvest the... Oh, why did I cross that out? I meant to circle that. Circle. I'm really bad at that. That gets me a good. That gets me over 20 goods for when I get that. Happy with that. I'm happy with that. Now I come to the 3 and do 2 plants or water all. If I water all, I only water 2 things. If I plant 2, I plant 2 things. I'm going to plant. I'm going to plant here. I'm going to plant here. I like that. I'm happy with that. The no-buy rule is not necessarily about money, but more about making more intentional, thought-out purchases of games that will stick around in my collection. Twin Flower, that is very, very smart. And if you've taken a look at my collection, I should probably do the same. Because especially with the limited amount of time that I have to play games, I have way too many, and I will never be able to get all my games played, especially since I keep buying more. Hence the awful cyclical emotion of a board gamer. Okay, we took our turn. Now she takes the next one. Oh, no, she was supposed to be here now. She still comes around and takes this one. So she is taking the number 4 shed time. So on number 4, the next thing she does is cross out this bean. They don't get that bean. And she's going to do the number 4 on the mower shed time, which is the string trimmer, which she's already crossed out. Can't do anything. Haha, Edith. My turn again. Wait. Why did I go last? I screwed this up. I treated like she was the first player. Oh well. We'll treat her like first player. I'll be first player for the last round. It'll be fine. That totally... I can't really go back and fix that. I am getting the farmer's market. I have 20 goods now. I also get to take a turn in the 5 area, which I actually like more. So 5 I'm going to water. So we're going to water that, and that, and that, and that, and that's a lot of points that I just got. And then I get to take a farmer's market action, which gets us a perennial action and a fruit, which is really, really good. I am going to take the perennial action of a fruit on the tulip. Oh, no, no, no. Do I take the iris perennial action? Oh, God. That's 12 points. I gotta take that, don't I? I gotta take the 12 points. Yeah. So we're gonna take that fruit, or we're gonna take the 12 points for the perennials, or for the iris. Here, let me zoom in on that. Sorry, I keep forgetting to zoom in. I apologize. I took the perennial action here, and then I get to take a fruit action. And I know if I take another perennial action down here, I can get a raspberry. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the apple action. So if I can take another fruit action on the apple, I will get apples, and those will get me points as well. And that is our farmer's market action. And now we do the farmer's market action again for the end of the round, which is actually I'm happy about. Because now I can do the same thing. I get to do another perennial and a fruit. And now this is where everything comes together. Because I can come down here and take this tulip right here. And that will give me 2 fruit actions, actually. So I can guarantee I get the apple. And I can get the... I'm probably not getting farmer's market again, though. I think I do the red. So here's the thing. Oh, here's the thing. If I go to peach, I have to get 2 fruit actions to get the 11 points from that. Or get a fruit action and a perennial action. I can't get a bonus action because I'm probably not going to get enough goods to do so. Oh, tricky. I might just have to settle with 7 points and be happy with that. Because I'm probably not getting that I'm probably not getting the peach. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be happy. Well, the raspberry is gonna give me more goods though. Maybe. I'll try. I'm gonna get the raspberry. That guarantees that I get at least 7 points for my fruit bowl. It gives me 3 goods as well. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yep. Oh, I harvested an apple. And how many goods does that give me? Oh, that actually gives me an extra good too. Nice. Alright. Happy with that. That was our farmer's market. We are moving on to round number 8. This is the final round. I will technically be first player for this because I messed up who should have been first player the last round. So yeah, we're actually doing pretty good on time. This is what I was hoping for. We've got a 1, 2 2s on the shed, and a 4 there. So I didn't get to the fruit. Dang it. Okay. Well, that's a shame. I was hoping we get to the fruit so I could get that. So I really wanted to get the fruit. But, you know, it happens. So I can plant or water in the 1 area. No. No, I can't. I can't do anything in the water in the 1 area. So I don't want to take that. The 2s, 2 is actually still very beneficial to me, and I think that's what I should take. The 4 goods, honestly actually gets me a bonus action, and a bonus action would allow me to get nothing. Because I would plant the peach, but I couldn't harvest the peach until I got another fruit action, and I'm not getting another fruit action. I'm not getting any more perennial actions. So yeah, the best thing that I can do here is take this. I don't know. We'll see. Take that. Go to the 2 and water. Right? No. Actually, 2 isn't as beneficial as I thought it was. Because I can only complete... actually, 4 is good. Because that's going to give me 2 corns done. I might have to take the corn the next time. But I could also plant... I could water this and water that. And if I did that one again, I'm only going to get 1 done. Or I could plant 2 beans and then water. Tricky. What do I want to do here? That's the question, right? plant 2 beans and then water the 2 beans to get 2 points. Or water now and water again to get 3 points. So that's better. So planting is not the right option in the 2 zone. Or take the 4 on one of the 2 turns and water in the 4 and get 6 points. So that's the better play overall, points wise, is to take the 4. Okay, I get it. So what we're doing is we're taking the 4. We're watering in here. We're getting this and that done. That's 6 points. We're happy with that. Then we can take 4 goods. We come down here and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives us a bonus action. We take our bonus action. We can take that anywhere. And what I want to do is I want to take it on the mulch, I believe. Because if I take it on the mulch, I can actually then take it on... I don't need 2 though. 2 perennials. Actually, I don't need any perennials. Maybe I don't want to take it on the mulch. We're going to get points. I get 1 point if I take the pitchfork. No. And that's 1 extra point that I don't have. I could also get in the raspberries. Nothing there is helpful. I could get in... Oh, I could just get a blackberry for 2 points. That's probably the smartest play. And a good. Yeah, we'll just take the bonus action as... I don't think we need to take it as the shed. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So we'll just take a blackberry. That's 2 points and a good. Yay us. So we took the 4. I took the 4. It's Edith's turn. Edith will take this one. She'll take the 1, and she'll plant or water twice in the 1s. She crossed out that, and she crossed out that. That's fine. Now I'll show you the board state. It is literally just 2 dice on the shed. So I will get 1. Edith will get 1. So I get a 2 on the shed. And really got nothing going for me on the 2. So we'll just... we'll water them. Oh no, it is raining. I forgot about the rain. Oh, I shouldn't have done what I did. Because the rain was going to do what I did. Ah, can't take it back. If I water, I'm gonna get 3 points. If I plant, I'll get 2. All right, well, we water then. Water and water, and then I can take a shed action, which I'll get the pitchfork for a point, because why not? And then Edith crosses out 2 things in my number 2. She'll cross out this and this. And then number 2 shears the pie safe, which is already safe for me. Alright, so that is the end. Oh no, we got a rain. Rain. Nothing there, the rain. This range, which is 3 points. That doesn't get us to that. This range, which is 3 points. This range, which is 3 points. That doesn't get us there. That range, which is a point. Nothing down there to do. That range, which is 3 points. And I didn't really... Oh. And then... That actually should have been complete already, I think. No, that rains, because it was already... Yeah. Okay. Oh, hold on. I haven't taken any of the bonus actions for any pumpkins that might be done. Let's do that real quick, because that should have happened. Let's start in zone 1. So this is crossed out, so nope. These 2 are done, so I can take a hydrangea. Hydrangea is a raspberry. Thank you. I will take a raspberry, because that's 3 goods. 1, 2, 3. Cool. So we did this one. So we did this. We completed this one here. An iris. I wasted that because I didn't need to do that. So that's done. tulip, and this one a tulip, 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 tulip right here. So that doesn't really do anything for us, but we completed it, so be it. This one, that one's crossed out. Can't get that. Can't get that one. Can't get that one. Can't get that one. This one, we get another hydrangea, which does nothing for us, so yay. And then this one is another tulip, which does nothing for us, so yay. And then a hyacinth. Hyacinth gives us 2 goods. Oh, that gets us a bonus action. Bonus action! And then daffodil does nothing. Okay, so we get one more bonus action to try to get some points here, and probably just going to take a blackberry, to be honest. Because that's another 2 points. And good. And there you go. That is the end of the game. Let's go ahead and do scoring. I'm going to grab my cell phone here just so to use it as a calculator. Oops. What did I just do there? There we go. Okay. So, points in our garden. We've got 0 points in our garden for section 1. Let me actually turn on my calculator. That would be smart. Wouldn't it rock? We've got 3, 6, 9, 12 points in our section 2. So 12 is a good start. Section 3, we've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. 11 in section 3. In section 4, we got 3, 6, plus 6. In section 5, we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Decent. In section 6, 0. Okay, so I got 42 points in my garden. In my perennials, I got 12 points. This is the only thing I got was the tulip, the irises. But it's 12 points. The apiary, I did not get any points. Fruit, we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, we got 9 points in fruit. And then in our shed, we got... Oh, why am I... Oh, man, I'm writing these in the wrong thing. I was writing them on my guide here and not on... not on here. Hold on. Let's move this up here. I'll just have to white that out or something so I can use that sheet. 42, 12, 0, 9. And then our shed, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 7 is 11. 12, 13, 14. We got 14 points in our shed. So 42 plus 12 plus 9 plus 14 is 77. You know what? That's not too bad for the first time playing the solo game. I'm happy with that. That could have been a lot worse. So I'll go ahead and put this up here. I don't know how well this is going to show on camera. If you get 0 to 39, it says you'll do better luck next time. 40 to 49, you're ready for the county fair. 50 to 64, you have skills earned your blue ribbon. 65 to 79, and I had 77, so I was at the very top of this range. You have been crowned a state champ. I was only 3 points away from you have become an internet famous blogger, and 100 points was the TV show. So I was at the very top of, you know, the 3rd highest thing. I'm pretty happy with that, because I'm not really known for playing games very well. And I think that's a pretty dang good score for your first time playing the solo game. I am super, super happy with that. But that is 3 sisters. Once again, 3 sisters from Motor City Gameworks. Ben Pitchback and Matt Riddle.